Hey everyone, welcome to our Feature Friday demo series. My name is Brennan. I'm one of the co-founders of WholeCell, and today I'm going to be talking to you about WholeCell's new feature called Inventory Images. If you've got any questions throughout the demo today, just put them in the chat. I'll recite the question and then answer it as I'm going through the demo. And otherwise, I'm excited to show you about this feature. We just pushed it out in the last couple of weeks, and it's a pretty neat one. So at that, I'll get us started here. So I like to start these out with what is WholeCell for anyone that's on the call that has not seen WholeCell before, is new to the software. WholeCell is a serialized inventory management system, and it's designed specifically for folks that buy and sell used cell phones. And that's if you buy used phones from wholesalers and sell them on eBay, or you buy wholesale and sell wholesale. WholeCell will be a very familiar experience for you because it's built around the concept of buying used devices that can be in very different conditions from brand new products. And it's built around the idea of used devices having IMEI, so you track things in a serialized way. So WholeCell, if you looked at other inventory systems before, WholeCell will feel unique and specifically to your market because of that. One of the things we've been building into WholeCell in the last couple of years is the ability to sync all of your inventory in WholeCell with the e-commerce channels that you sell on. So if you sell on eBay, Swappa, Backmarket, or other e-commerce channels, you can now connect WholeCell to those channels to import orders when they come in from the channels, and for eBay, Swappa, and Backmarket to keep your inventory quantities synced constantly, so that you don't have to go in and update the different platforms. When a phone sells on one platform, it gets updated across the other ones that your quantity has now changed of your available inventory. And then the last piece there that you see is IMEI scanning and fulfillment. Another benefit of WholeCell is that when you've got a sales order that comes in, you can scan the specific IMEI of a device that you're shipping out to your customer, and it makes it a lot easier to keep track of the history of these things as they go through your system. So you can go if a customer sends back a return to you a year after you've processed it through your system, you can scan that IMEI or type it into WholeCell and see the entire history of who you bought it from, when you sold it, who you sold it to, how much you bought it for and sold it for, etc. And if you did any repairs or anything like that. So WholeCell was really designed for folks that are buying and selling used cell phones, and it's a breath of fresh air for people who want to track all the inventory going through their business. So with that, we'll talk a little bit about inventory images. So WholeCell's approach to inventory images is a way to get you out of, I think, a lot of the places that wholesalers are in, where all of their inventory images are in a Google Drive folder or on a Dropbox folder. And so you have thousands and thousands of images. Maybe you've renamed the titles to describe the IMEI of the device or the model of the device that you're talking about. But I think anybody that's buying and selling used phones, their camera roll on their phone ends up with thousands of these images, and it's just a mess. And so that's why we launched WholeCell Inventory Images, so that you can upload an image of the device or multiple images of the device to a specific page for that device. So with this new feature, you can tag the images that you take and upload them to the specific item that they're for. And you can upload them from your computer or from your phone. And that's what I'm pretty excited to demo to you guys today. You can do a really fast upload from your phone with a QR code, and I'll show you how that works. And one of the things about having images of your devices is that when you get RMA requests or return requests from customers, you at least have some evidence of what condition the device was in when it was in your warehouse and in your possession. So when your customer is saying that they received a device and it's cracked, you now have a reasonable image to use against a claim. And it's finally an organized way to have those images, so they're tagged and tied to the device in your inventory system. So you can look up the IMEI of the device, find it in your inventory system, and get the images of it when it went through your system. So those are WholeCell inventory images. And since this is a very visual thing, I'm going to jump right into a demo of it. If you are interested in starting a WholeCell trial, the link to do that is right there. And we love chatting with customers about how they want to use WholeCell, or the workflows that they have in their business. If you have any questions at all, feel free to email us. We'd be happy to chat with you. And we'll give you a little extra time on your trial since you were on this demo today. So at that, I will hop right into a demo. Hopefully you guys can see my screen. I've got WholeCell inventory pulled up here, and let me refresh this page. Let's look for an iPhone XR in our inventory. iPhone XR, do we have any? No, unfortunately we don't. Let's look for an iPhone X. So we can filter for iPhone Xs in our inventory, and we do. Let's grab one of these iPhone Xs. We'll click on the ESN for it, and that will take us to the specific page. So this is the specific page for this iPhone X in our inventory. And you can see now that we've added this feature with images. There are no images right now of that iPhone X, and so we want to go to Upload Images. And we've got a couple of options here to upload images. This is a drag and drop where we can drag images from our computer. But a lot of times when you're working in a warehouse, you're not at the computer all the time. And so we have this functionality. Oh, and we got a question from Abraham. Can you go over Amazon functionality with WholeCell? Abraham, I'll send you a link after this demo so we can jump on a one-on-one chat to talk about Amazon, our Amazon functionality. We have a ShipStation integration that will import your orders from Amazon into WholeCell, and that's the core of the functionality. But I'll send you a link so we can get on a one-on-one call. Today, I'm demoing the inventory images feature, so we can talk about that on a one-on-one. And for anybody else that's curious about those things, we'd love to get on a one-on-one with you. So happy to do that when we can. Back to inventory images. So we are going to generate this QR code to show you how you can upload images from a phone. And I've got a neat screencast coming in from my iPhone here, so you can see what I'm seeing on my iPhone. I'm going to pull up the camera, and I'm going to go and scan the QR code that's just right on this screen here, and I'm going to open that in Chrome. And where that takes me is to a very similar drag and drop option. But when we look to browse for files on an iPhone, we'll see this option to either pick photos from our photo library or take a photo or video. So I'm going to take a photo of this iPhone here. And we've got that one. Let's use that photo. And then I'm going to add another one, and I'm going to get a photo of the back. This iPhone XR has a nasty crack on the back. And let's see if I can get a good shot of that. So now I've got that. And you can see our uploader allows you to upload these images pretty smoothly. Now we're going to hit save. And we've saved that over on the phone that we took the pictures with. Let's go back to this page and refresh. And we can see now that those two images are now stored on this inventory record for this specific device. So we can expand them if we want to and take a look at them. And you guys got to watch me just upload those straight from my iPhone, my personal iPhone. The neat thing about this is on the QR code that we scanned and the link that it took us to, that is a public link. So we don't have to sign into WholeCell from the iPhone or whatever Android phone or whatever device you're using to take the pictures. You don't have to sign into WholeCell. This is a unique and specific link dedicated to uploading images from my user account to this device in WholeCell. So if you need a fast way and you don't want to deal with having a DSLR camera and then having to take the memory card, put it in a computer and upload the photos, you still can do that. And you can drag and drop them, and you have that functionality if you want it. But for folks that are operating at massive scale and their testers are taking pictures of devices so that they can then use them in the future to be on e-commerce listings or just shown to WholeCell customers, this is an incredibly fast and much more simple option for uploading those photos. So that is the core of this demo. It's a pretty straightforward and simple one, but you can see how at scale this would be a really impactful feature for operating a wholesale device business. And you want images of your used devices. Again, what WholeCell is good at is tracking your used device inventory. In a normal or not a normal, but a new device or a new product business where you're primarily selling new items, you don't need pictures for each specific item. You just need them for the products that they're describing because each product is going to be new. But in a used item business, you really want to have the advantage of having, if you want them or your customers want them, images of the specific devices that they're potentially going to buy from you, either for your e-commerce listings or just to send out to your wholesale purchasers, to any customers that you work with regularly. So this is a fast and efficient way to get those images into your inventory system and tagged right on the listing for this specific item. So if in the future, let's just, as an example, we've got the ID here. If in the future we sell this iPhone 10 and the customer decides they want to return it, we can come back here and put that ID in the system, bam, and we can find it. We can go right back to it, and we can see those images that we took just now, but potentially, in the past in our example. So that's my demo today, guys. If you've got any other questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. Happy to answer more. And again, Abraham, we can get on a one-on-one. I'll send you the link to do that, to schedule one with us, and we'll talk to you about our e-commerce integrations. Happy to do that. But if I don't get any questions in the next few seconds, thank you everybody for coming to these quick demos. How do you upload new inventory? So again, that's another kind of non-inventory image related question, Abraham. But you in WholeCell, you'd add a purchase order, and then you'd add inventory by either uploading a spreadsheet. You can add them one by one. You can import them from phone check, and so you have a few different ways to get your inventory information into WholeCell. And it just depends on how you currently process things, and we can go over that on a one-on-one demo as well. Anybody have any inventory image questions about what I've demoed today? We got another one from Abraham. Will purchase orders assign value to items by SKU or IMEI? So you have the ability to assign the purchase price, the price that you paid for an item, per IMEI as you upload them to the system. And that's one of WholeCell's great benefits, is that you're not just averaging everything across a batch. You can do that if you want to, but we're recording the actual purchase price for every single item by IMEI. And then when you sell those items, we know exactly what you paid for them and what you sold them for. So we can give you your gross financial information based on the purchase and sale price of the specific items in your inventory. And WholeCell has a pretty sophisticated analytics page that will show you all of the details about the inventory that you've sold and committed onto your sales orders, because we know the purchase and sale price of the inventory. Looks like we haven't got anything else yet. Abraham, we'll jump on a demo for sure. It sounds like you've got some good questions. Hopefully, I've answered a few of them here. Thanks everybody for the time today, and be sure to visit that URL on the page to start a trial if you're interested in starting to try WholeCell out for your business. Thanks so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.